So my family has been on vacation for a week, and I stayed home to take care of the dogs. And I had a whole list of things to do in my Filofax. I mean, serious lists to do. And I got most of it done, except not so much the outside stuff. But I got most of the stuff on the inside done, and there was just so much. I don't usually use these to-do sheets. I don't really find them very good for my daily to-dos, but for a focused list, like a cleaning list, I don't know, it's kind of easy to separate out, what I wanted to do in the kitchen, and the living room, and the master bedroom, and my son's room. And then I had a section for the outside, but I didn't really get there so much. But everything that I wanted to do that was kind of a visible thing got done. There were some things I wanted to go through, like cabinets and the pantry and a desk that I didn't really do because I got a little busy with the other stuff. I have my Malden going right now, and I really like it. It's got the same ring size as the green one, but because the covers are floppier, you can really, put more in. There's more give in this planner. It helps if you have something like this, which is stiff, to write on either side, because that kind of makes up for the fact that it isn't a stiff writing surface. But, that said, I really like it. I'm coming, putting things back in it is sort of like coming home. I mean, it's not perfect, but, home doesn't have to be perfect to be home. There's a few new things. Not this, that's my telephone book. I really like this Platinum Preppy highlighter. I didn't think I was going to like this. As a matter of fact, I didn't think I was going to like it so much. I don't really even know why I ordered it. And I love it. I prefer highlighters that are this shape and only have a single side, which this does. It's also refillable, which is something new to me in a highlighter. And the ink doesn't seem to be very pigmented, which is a good thing. You can go over something more than once and it's still clear when it dries. Now if you went over it and over and over it, I don't know what would happen, but a lot of times if I use a highlighter and I miss a spot, I go over it, there's dark areas, and that doesn't happen with this. So I'm very happy, and it also fits in the front side pen loop, which on the Malden is really pretty big. I put some of my new Post-its in. Aren't these cute? In a personal, or probably a mini, or maybe not a mini, it's a little wide, but not in a personal. I can't even think anymore. I'm like overloaded with dust. In a pocket, this could be punched and put in. But in Malden, I just stuck it in the side here. And this one also. This is just really cute. I started a pen log because I'm losing track of the pens I order and what I like, and I'll try one and I love it, and then I can't even remember which one I was talking about. So these are all pens with caps, which I don't prefer, but they write really nice. This one in particular is so smooth. It's very wide. It really writes nice. This is the Uniball Signos Sparkling Green Gel Ink Pen. This is really an interesting, I don't even think you can, maybe you can see it sort of there. It's gold, and then there's a colored line around it. It's an interesting pen. This is really the only one I had significant show through. As you can tell, it's purple, but I don't really know how they do it. There must be a different density to the inks, and they both come out, and what shows through is the gold with an outline of whatever color you order. Now on the back, it's like entirely purple. So, kind of a weird pen, really. This one was the one I never tried before, and it's called Fluorescent Violet, but honestly it doesn't look any more fluorescent than this one does, and it's also really narrow. This Pilot High Tech was 0.25, which is very narrow for me, and this is supposed to be 0.7, and this one is supposed to be 0.7. I mean, this looks as narrow as this High Tech, and this looks much wider than the 1.0. So it's a little, you know, after doing, I'm glad I did this, because now I know that there can be huge variation in line width despite, and I think that that has to do with how wet the ink is, because this was a very wet ink. Oh, you could see it now. You could see it a little bit more, that it's gold. And I don't know if you can see this one. Isn't this amazing? Like some of these sparkling pens just sort of lay there if the paper isn't moving, but when the paper moves, it's really pretty beautiful. So that was the project I started this week, and I got some of these, which are really good to mark Filofax paper. I got these at Barnes & Noble, and they're, you know, bookmarks, like brass, I think, bookmarks, but they're very narrow, they're very flexible. You can't really hold pages together like you would with a paper clip, but they're very functional. I mean, you can hold like a coupon or something in with them, and they came in a pack for $3.95, and I got bunches of them. This is the information. Book darts, that's what they're called. And I really like these a lot. These are the suggestions. They don't say Filofax, but it's really good for Filofax. To mark a place, to mark along the side, it's great. These are my little post-it things that I made out of the Martha Stewart. I still use them. These are terrific. I don't know if there's anything else that's new. Here's my carb counts. Let's see. Here's my perfume. That's the closest I could get to a tab for the perfume. I don't know about that yet. So I'm trying all these perfumes because I can't remember them any more than I can remember the pen, and so many of them are so sweet. I think I got them as samples from Sephora, and I think maybe really, really sweet perfume is kind of the audience that Sephora has, because some of these are seriously, seriously sweet. Oh, where's my stamps? my birthday list. I was just thinking today I should start getting together, you know, holiday gift ideas. And I use the lined, I really like the graph paper, so I just use the lined paper and the to-do sheets that I got for free for random notes, or I write letters on them or something. Oh, here's something else. Yeah, this was a to-do list. I was so busy when my family was away. Isn't that crazy? I didn't really rest at all. I got these at Barnes & Noble too, and these are great. A little hard to get off without. But you can tack them on, you can read through them, which is really good. They're really good for marking books, because I can put them where I need to and still see the text underneath, which is great. These were $1.95. What a bargain. And I just punched it and put it in my A5. I think that's pretty good. I really like it. I like the way they look. This is new. This is just out of a notebook. I just, you know, cut it apart, and now I have a clear ruler, which makes me much happier than the black ones. That's my health stuff. I'm still tracking, although I may go back to the pocket for tracking my water and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure yet. I don't quite have that down. And just all random papers in the back. This was one of the other pens that I got that I talked about. It's a lot of pretty colors. Narrow. I like it better than the Bic 4-color, which I don't like at all. I like the colors, but I just, writing with it has so much drag. It's just unpleasant. So this makes me happier. It writes better, and it's pretty. I really like the way it looks. It's kind of cheap though. It was $4.95, and it just kind of feels like it's not that well made. But you know, I'm not throwing it in a backpack, so it looks like I got a million greens, huh? So I'm not, you know, throwing it in a backpack, so, you know, it'll probably stay okay, but it just feels a little like not $4.95 worth. Plus, you have to buy the pen refills. So I didn't know if that was such a great deal. And I think that's it. Now, I also, since I did all this, I'm not going to be able to find it, since I did all this cleaning, let's see, since I did all this cleaning, I actually videoed my house, because my family is coming home tomorrow, and the chances of it looking like that by tomorrow evening are pretty much nil. So I did a video for posterity, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I may tack it on to the end of this. I'm not 100% sure yet. I haven't looked at it. But anyway, so that's that. And there's my dog. What an unflattering angle that is. And there's my little one. She's so tired. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you liked this video. There may or may not be a house tour coming up. I'm not really sure. It's about 1,000 degrees outside, so he's exhausted. My family has been on vacation for a week, and I stayed home like usual, and I watched everybody, and I cleaned the house like crazy. So I thought that I would video it because the chances of it still being neat when they get home is probably nil. So I'm gonna preserve it on YouTube forever. I made a little seating area next to my sofas, and I covered my coffee table with a runner because there's a heat mark. I got the table, that table and that table on free cycle, and furniture before the 70s doesn't really respond very well to heat or water, so it's got a lot of marks on it. These chairs were free also. I really love them. I think they're called a butterfly back or a bow back, something like that. It's amazing what you can get on free cycle. This is Ginger's bed, and Lynn made her that little blanket. And I put out some of my buttons and art brushes, just basically to keep the runner on, but I think it looks okay. That was an estate sale find, and this is all hand done, which is really amazing. I just don't even know how people did that. This table I also got on free cycle. It's a bi-level coffee table or corner table. They were popular in the 60s. I'm thinking that's probably what it's from. And this lamp was also, well, this was from a thrift shop, like $7, which is great. And my bowls also. The yellow and green one are Anchor Hocking. I can't remember the name of the pattern. And this one was, I don't know, it's got somebody's signature on it, but I don't think it was anybody important. This is my Blue Crown jug, crock. They used to ferment things in them, I believe. And this is another little find from an estate sale. It's got shells and stones, natural things in it. I got this not that long ago, a couple months. It's a antique printer's tray, and I think it looks really nice as a centerpiece of a small wall. I keep more shells, things I got at Cape May, river rocks, mostly shells. And I found this on a walk, and I put that in there too. It's a little robin's egg. I really like these. They're very popular. They're so popular they're making new ones to sell because the antique ones are hard to find. This is basically my living room. I live in a really small place. This lamp was another free cycle find. Let me turn the light on. It's really amazing. I really love it. And it had a fiberglass shade, and it smelled like basement for a while, so I had to do something about that. This is my squiggleware, which is just amazing. There were 4 pieces, I think. There's one behind, and it was way too expensive. I got it at a thrift shop. It was probably $80 for the set, but I thought if I don't get it, I'm gonna be sick, because I've never seen them, and I'll never find another one again. This is a small chest somebody gave me. It's by my front door, and I keep art supplies in the bottom, and in the top are dog leashes and doggy bags and things like that. This was another thrift shop find. It's the size of a card table. It's a square, and I think it's just beautiful. I don't use it on a table. It's a hard size. Cards used to be a big pastime before there was the internet. So I think that's probably what this was. Something somebody used to play cards on. But I love the colors, and I think it's just amazing. A rack where I keep the Pyrex and the Blue Heaven dishes and the Melmac that I'm not using. Most of the stuff I do use, but I can't bring myself to use this stuff. So I just kind of display it. And recently I found a couple of vintage phones on FreeCycle. This one works. It's crazy loud. And this one I can't hook up. I don't have the right hookup, but I'm thinking about having it fixed. And here's my kitchen counter. I try to use everything, so these are things I do use. This is a new Pyrex dish I got. It's big. It's like a 4-quart, and this one's a Corning, and this one is Lennox. I got it like for $6 at a rummage sale. I have a whole set of these right here, and I like them a lot. Let's see. There's some more Pyrex, and this is now I can't remember who made this. I think it's Fire King, Anchor Hawking, but it's a signed daisy piece. Now I can't find it. But it's really pretty. It has like one small kind of nick on the inside, but nothing functional. These are the walls that I did. They're a faux finish, a faux leather finish. I have to fix this. This is done with paper bags. All it takes is regular paper bags and ripping them, and it's all along the back here. And you can see. And I did that when my family was away another time, and I also did the same finish on the top of this half wall. I like it. It's permanent. There are ways to do it so that you can take it off if you don't want it anymore, but I didn't do it that way, so you could see it from afar. I really like the way it looks though, and it's been up for years. I'm thinking like 10 years maybe, and it still looks really good. But this backsplash I painted. I did a hand painted backsplash. It's a little hard to see, but it's along the edge of my counter, my kitchen counter. It wasn't, backsplash wasn't tiled, it wasn't anything, it just had this awful white builder's paint that got dirty all the time, and I just got sick of it one day and pulled out all the paints I had and painted a backsplash. I figured it's already a mess. If I hate it, it already needed to be painted, so it would still need to be painted if I hated it. But I ended up really liking it, and that's been up for a really long time too. I really like it. You can see it on that wall. That's a collage that I did with a million little pieces of paper. I really like this a lot. I really should do another one. And it's a little bit textured. It doesn't lay flat, and everybody wants to touch it. So I think maybe I should make another one of these. These are the other two chairs. The first chairs I showed you had arms. These two don't have arms. And this was something else I got at Recycle. It's like a beautiful mid-century modern table. And it came with chairs, which were horrific. So I got rid of the chairs and used the ones that I had. Here's some more Pyrex. And I think I got these candlesticks for about $1. They're kind of, I don't know, I think they're probably recent, but they're very reminiscent of, Danish modern. This is another painting I did. The light's really terrible, but I really like this as a small one. These paintings are similar to the one I just showed. They're abstract drip paintings, and I love them. I did them with house paint, and this one was black and white and cream with gold leaf. And you probably can't see that. You probably can't see the gold leaf part, but I really like it. I don't have any place to hang it right now.